Okay, so we're gonna go in, we've already done our stretches, we're gonna go into a series of isometric hold exercises. I'm gonna use okay, so I like to make sure that I'm doing everything to exactly 60 seconds. This is an analog clock that I'm just gonna use to keep track of time. I think I can see that from everywhere I'm gonna be. Okay, the first exercise that I'm gonna show you is plank. I do plank with my arms extended. You can also do plank with your elbows down. And you could also do plank with your knees down. So whatever level you're at, I'm gonna do it up with my arms extended. And you're breathing through the hold. You're not holding your breath, because that would be building tension. And that can also cause injury. So just a little bit about form in case you're not aware. My hands are directly under my shoulders. My knees are locked, but they're locked softly. They're not locked in an extreme way. This isometric hold exercise is great for many parts of your arms, including your shoulders and your triceps. And it is also very good for your core. Almost your entire core has to be active. Okay, and then I'm just going to come down and I'm going to gently stretch the area. And now I'm going to do a reverse plank. So this is a little tricky, and for me it's much harder. What you do is you put your hands behind you about, let's say, it's about 4 inches behind your butt, shoulder width apart, facing your toes, okay? And you're up on your, you can't really see this, but let me see if I can scoot back a little bit. You're up on your heels, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna push yourself up so that your body is a plank on the opposite side. Okay, so now where you're feeling this is very much in your butt, your hamstrings, a little bit in your calves, definitely your arms and shoulders, and the back sides of your obliques. And you hold this for as long as you can. I tend to hold every isometric hold for 1 minute. For me, this is the most challenging one that I do. It's very, I tend to start sloping down, so I have to keep reminding myself to push up. Okay. All right. And then to stretch that one, I just do a gentle, bring my knees up slightly and tuck my pelvis and feel that stretch in my lower back especially. Okay, now these other two are two isometric hold planks to the side. So again, with an isometric hold plank to the side, you can choose to do it up on with both feet straight like this, or with 1 foot bent. So your knee is down, your other foot is flat with your toe lining up with your heel, and your hand is in a parallel line with your knee, and your arm is straight up. So I'm just doing this way because I'm afraid if I'm talking too much while I'm doing it, I will definitely fall over. So I'm holding this again for a minute. And this is very strong for your oblique, most of your core, again your shoulder, and you just do this to your own degree. So if you can hold this for a minute, that's great. If not, hold it for as long as you can. You can also come out of it and come back into it during the minute. I think we're coming up on a minute. And again, you're breathing through all of these. Okay, and then you come back around, and I'm going to do it to the other side. So again, I'm going to do it with my knee down, but it's much more optimal to do it this way with your foot. So if you do it this way, let me try to see if I can do it this way. So my left foot is on the mat. My right foot is sitting on top of my left foot. It's not touching the mat. And my left hand is in a parallel line with the middle of my left foot. And your right arm is straight up. So, yeah, you can definitely feel if while you're doing this you touch your core. There's no way your core can not be completely engaged while you're doing this. If you have trouble with your knees, I recommend not doing it with your legs extended because it puts a lot of pressure on the outside of your knee. I thought I'd fall off balance much more doing this while I'm talking, but apparently I can talk and do anything. Okay. And then you gently swoop around. Now when you come out of this, it's sometimes awkward, so you might want to try to just, and then again, right now I'm stretching my lower back. Okay. Now another isometric hold that requires great balance. So you might want to be near something you can hold on to. Is one that I like to do for my quads. My left foot is flat. My right leg is going to come up to 90 degree, and I'm just going to hold it there. And I'm actually not going to do this part because I'll try. Okay. What's happening in the back is my arms are extended behind me, and they're gently pulsing in. So this is targeting my quad, my core, and now because of what I'm doing with my arms, I'm also targeting my triceps and my upper back. But this is a lot, so this is a lot of balancing. So if you can't balance on your foot, don't worry about it. It's much more important to be engaged with for this particular one, with your quad and your core. So you can hold on to something. And the key, one of the things you want to remember here is that your hips are squared off. So if you start to notice that this hip is coming very far forward and you're twisting, you're falling out of alignment. And the way to stretch this is just grab your foot, tuck your pelvis under, and to your own degree, pull your foot into your butt. And you definitely feel this in your psoas muscle. So again, your psoas muscle runs from the top of your quadricep through your pelvis to your lower back. Okay, and let's do that on the other side. So my hips are square, bringing my left foot up to as much of a 90-degree angle as I can. And I'm going to try to do this again, where I'm gently pulsing my arms back. and keeping my foot as high up as I can while staying in alignment. If you notice that you're sacrificing something about your form to keep your foot up at a certain degree, it's not worth it. Let your foot come down. And so what this is working also on the other leg, because I'm using the other leg to support me, I'm feeling this in the outer oblique on my right side and the outer hip on my right side as well. So this is a very intense, very total body exercise. Okay, and again, tucking my pelvis, pulling my heel to my buttocks to the best degree. My knee is parallel down from my hip. And just breathe into that stretch. Okay. And I'm going to show you one more, which is the boat exercise. Okay, with this you can do this at whatever degree is easiest for you. If you can't balance on your butt, you can lean back on your elbows and just bring your feet up and hold that to whatever degree. Now, excuse me, if once you're able to balance better and gain more strength in your core, you can bring your arms up. And while doing this, it's very beneficial to turn slightly to either side at a regular pace, because now I'm engaging my obliques. And this is going to be difficult to do for a minute in the beginning, but over time, you will improve. Okay, and to come out of that, I'm just going to round over my knees very gently. Okay, now that was a minute of plank, a minute of reverse plank, a minute of left side balance, right side balance, left standing balance, right standing balance, and boat. So far that's 7 minutes. So we can add, add one more. I just want to make sure you can see. Well, you can see me if I stand here. Okay, so if I act like I'm sitting in a chair, so my feet are right under my knees, my back is flat up against the wall, I'm pushing my back against the wall, I'm resting my hands on my knees, and you very quickly realize what this is beneficial for. This is very beneficial for your quadriceps. And your core. Your core has to be very engaged while you do this. And you can do this anywhere. Like this one is easy to do if you're watching TV, or you can brush your teeth while you do this one. I don't usually like to involve other parts of my body, but you can, do something with your arms if you wish. And you can sit here for longer than a minute. Like if you can, when you can. Okay, so at this point, we've done 8 minutes of isometric hold exercises. What I would recommend now is that you're either going to go on and do some other exercise, or you're going to stretch out. I'm going to stop the video here, and yeah, I'd love to hear your feedback. All right, stay fierce.